I'm telling you guys, we're going to be doing a 2-hour podcast at some point.
Yeah.
Because we're going to be drinking, we're going to have guests in, it's going to be nuts.
Yeah.
We can't just do a Joe Rogan 2 hours, 40 minute podcast every time with a live audience.
Yeah.
We're not doing that?
No, we're not.
I know, for 100 million though, I'd take that. What does he say?
I can't remember.
Shame is delicious, morals are expensive.
That is true. That is true. Spotify, you hear this? Are we recording?
We are.
It's great.
Shame is delicious.
I almost started a race war in Belfast.
That's the best opening ever. How did you?
Unwittingly.
Unwittingly?
Yeah,
Really?
completely unwittingly.
Really?
So I was
Really?
in Belfast.
Is it like your Twitter account where you just start race
No,
wars?
okay. Can we? Okay.
Hang on, no, we'll come back to that. Carry on with your story. We'll come back to your.
We'll come back to.
I'm already ready for your
Oh,
Twitter.
yeah. Okay,
yeah.
fine. Right. So I was in Belfast to film an episode of Celebrity Mastermind. That's right. I don't know when it's airing, but I went on to do it. Very happy to do it. I chose the Pakistani singer Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan as my specialist topic. You know all about him.
Oh, big fan.
Big fan.
I was back when he was just Nufrat Tateli.
Yeah.
Is that his name?
Yeah. The artist formerly known as what?
Nufrat Tateli?
Not that guy. That's some singer from the Congo, apparently.
I can't. Ow. I thought it was bad that I said, was trying to say Nutella.
Fratelli.
Nutella.
Actually, UNESCO in 1995 said he was the world's greatest musician.
Really?
Yeah.
How old is this guy?
Dead, 48.
Died at 48?
Yeah, died at 48.
How did he
1997.
die?
16th August 1997. He was on his way from America to London for a kidney transplant. And when he landed, they took him to the hospital. He had a heart attack and died.
Aww. That makes it great for Mastermind though, because there's not that much to.
Yeah.
You've only got to do it to 48, dude. It's not like you got to do the life and times of David Attenborough.
Yeah, exactly. Or the Queen. Yeah.
Oh gosh.
So anyway, so I was in Belfast, so I thought, right, because I'm filming, I'll go there earlier and just get a few gigs in, go out, enjoy Belfast, whatever. So I went into a pub called the John Hewitt. Shout out to the String Ninjas. You guys are absolutely amazing. They play the violin, and it was just a fucking really.
They're called
great...
String Ninjas.
Yeah, String Ninjas.
Kind of respect that.
Yeah, it's really, really good.
It's very cool.
Mick and I forgot the guitarist's name. Anyway, they're absolutely brilliant. Anyway,
So memorable.
it was a really fun night, right?
I saw your stories. It looked like you was having a blast.
They're playing the violin and all these classic, but some tunes which I thought in that environment, you know, when like people are singing big like anthemic songs,
Yeah.
you expect certain songs to be played.
Yeah.
So like, I feel like Mr. Brightside,
Yes.
for example, everyone in the pub's going to get involved.
Yeah.
Fucking Proclaimers.
Of course.
Right?
Yeah.
So at one point, I was like, why is he not playing Sweet Caroline?
But that's I don't. Can I stop you there? I'm so sick of people banging on about It's American. Why are we acting like it's a British thing? It sucks. I hate it.
No, but it's a fun song, though.
It's a fun song, but I'm sick of us trying to adopt it. We've got so many better songs than Sweet Caroline.
Like what?
Like
what?
anything else. I don't know.
British
I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world.
Isn't that an American song?
It is. I was just trying to think of ridiculous.
British songs are a bit shit, though. Yesterday.
That's great.
All my troubles.
Great. Take that.
I don't get the Beatles. Sorry, I'm just saying this now. Don't get the Beatles.
That is a controversial opinion.
Don't get the Beatles. Don't get Paul McCartney. Everyone was like,
you don't get, no.
80 years old. Owen's fate. He's so angry right now.
I'm team Paul McCartney, but Beatles I could do without.
But even Paul McCartney, though, was like, oh my God, he's 80 years old playing at Glastonbury. I was like, so?
I know, I looked at my nan and said, hey, you better book your ideas up. Hey, what are you doing, huh?
What are you doing?
You're doing a 2.5.
Dementia?
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah, you're complaining about the bins. He's had a 2.5 show, 2.5 hour show.
Whenever I said I forgot to do the dishes, you were like, no, you meant to, but you're 80 and you've got dementia. That's why you forgot. Anyway.
Did you watch the Paul McCartney performance?
No, I didn't want to. Not interested.
I saw a bit of it. His voice is a bit.
I think McCartney and the Beatles were all shit. I think that era of music was fucking diabolical in the 60s.
That's a bit much. That's a bit. The views of Eshaan Akbar are the views of Eshaan Akbar alone. Paul McCartney's great. Paul McCartney has one of the best Bond songs ever.
The only reason that everyone was like jerking off the Beatles, right, is because you didn't have things like Spotify. It's just because that's what everybody played. Yeah, that was the only thing everybody played. So they just got so overexposed. Everyone was like, "Oh my God, the Beatles!" Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Heart Club Band. It's syllabalically in terms of syllables, doesn't even make any sense. There's no rhythm to that song.
No. But if we're talking lyrically, they stink. But that goes for everybody back then. Frank Sinatra has some of the worst lyrics you've ever heard in your entire life.
Like what?
I mean, play any of them. You better watch your horses. I'll come and get your pauses. I'm doing the moon like the moon. His songs are great, but his lyrics are terrible. That was standard though back then. Think about it. Even like Rapper's Delight was. You look at the lyrics on it. It was terrible for like, what was it, 81?
I think what was good in the 60s, man, Bollywood. That's right. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh God.
No, it wasn't. But no, I don't get the Beatles or the Paul McCartney thing.
You really don't. No. Say what Paul McCartney. Not only has he had hits, he's had a massive Bond song, which was huge. He has a great Christmas song as well. Not many people do that. And then he's had hits.
But Lad Baby had 3 Christmas number ones.
Oh my God! I can't believe you're bringing Lad Baby into.
That's got.
I can't believe.
Sorry. That is not he had a great Christmas song.
I believe you are, and I'll say this, you will go down as one of the greatest artists ever if you've got a banging Christmas tune.
So Lad Baby. 3 times back to back.
Has it been 3 times back to back? Yeah, but then money goes to charity, it doesn't count.
Why not?
Because obviously
there are 3 number one Christmas number ones.
Mariah Carey was singing about bloody how much she misses a guy at 21, and she doesn't have to do anything ever again because she makes so much money off that bad boy song.
I know.
All I want for Christmas is you is an absolute jam.
No, but she can sing. Paul McCartney can't sing.
No, Paul McCartney could sing. He could also write songs.
Owen is so angry. It's the angriest I've ever seen.
Owen, please jump in on this because you know more about Paul McCartney than me. I think he's great.
I mean, yeah, you can't slag off Paul McCartney on episode 2. You're gonna get us cancelled.
Even I'm like Paul McCartney. The Beatles. I'm like whatever. Peace and love, no more pictures. Oh, that's Ringo. That's literally Ringo. I love all my fans. No more pictures. Peace and love. Peace and love.
The only one I have respect for in the Beatles is George Harrison because he did like a concert for Bangladesh in 1971.
Did he really?
Yeah. That's the only thing I have respect for.
I respect John Lennon because he had the big dick energy of the entire group. Anytime you watch any old Beatles stuff, John Lennon, Paul McCartney, you'd think Paul McCartney was like Ringo. He doesn't really say anything. Yeah. John Lennon, he's like, he really was in charge.
Ringo was Thomas the Tank Engine.
Wham! Also, great, solid Christmas song. Rules.
Oh, sorry.
Who else has great Christmas songs that are legendary?
Slade.
Slade.
Just in a fact-checking
Here we go.
thing, Lad Baby have sold around 136,000 songs. Paul McCartney sold more than 100 million.
Oh, okay.
But just because you sell more doesn't mean it's better.
I'm just saying that you're comparing apples and oranges.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that you are comparing Lad Baby with Paul McCartney, that is the most controversial thing I've ever heard in my entire life.
Yeah, I feel no fucking shame either.
That is horror. What are you listening to, Lad Baby? Who else are you?
I'm not listening to it. I'm just saying. You said, "Oh, he's got a great Christmas number one." I was like, "Let's have Lad Baby." Like, so what?
But isn't Lad Baby's all just remixes of other songs?
It doesn't matter what it is.
Yeah, exactly. Lad Baby's not doing their own original. Paul McCartney is slaving over a damn piano with his hair dyeing, and he's making amazing songs. His hair dye is nuts, though.
Yeah,
like you're 80 with soy sauce hair.
Remember when Giuliani had hair dye? It just all creeping down his face.
Paul McCartney is a legend. He's one of the best ever.
I don't get it. Not for me.
He has amazing Christmas songs.
I feel like he's for white people and Darren.
No. Even black people rate Paul McCartney.
Do they?
Yeah, black people rate Paul McCartney still.
Why?
He had that song with Michael Jackson. This is it. He has a song with Michael Jackson that is okay, but because he's such a massive star, and because obviously Michael Jackson was his own star, no one really even talks about it. No one's ever like,
what was the song?
Oh, what was it? I can hear it in my head now. Okay,
I don't know.
And Michael Jackson comes in there, and it was not a terrible song.
Hi, Paul.
Hey, Paul.
I want to sing the song with you, Paul.
Hey, don't worry about the kids behind me. They're my friends.
Oh my God. Anyway, I don't know why I started getting to Paul McCartney.
Hang on, does Michael Jackson, who I believe is one of the greatest artists of all time, I don't think he has a Christmas song.
Because he doesn't need a fucking Christmas song. He's actually a good artist.
I don't think
that's the thing.
He had Christmas number ones, but I don't think he ever had a Christmassy songs.
Oh, now Alice is like, she did like a
Alice, your pro Michael Jackson stance?
I
I'll plead the fifth.
I do believe he was one of the greatest artists of
Yeah,
all
of
time.
course, 100%.
Does Madonna have a Christmas song?
I don't think so.
I don't know why I'm defending Paul McCartney so hard.
Yeah, you are.
But I just rate him so much.
I don't rate him at all.
Okay, how about this one?
Yeah.
Paul McCartney or Elton John?
Elton John all day, every day.
Madness. I would go.
All day. Are you
My
mad?
tea's gone cold. I would pick Paul McCartney over Elton John. Elton John has some songs that I think are really cool. That I
Elton
quite
John
like.
has got just like non-stop bangers, bruv.
Give me one.
Non-stop bangers.
Give me one.
All of them.
All of them.
There you go. Better than I ever did.
Dude,
Na, 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 na. Oh,
his
beautiful.
dentures were nuts in that performance.
You know, I used to manage the account of David Furnish.
Did you really?
Yeah.
What was that like?
He had lots of money.
Was it
That's all I can tell you on that.
nice guy?
Huh?
Nice guy?
Not really.
Not really?
No. David Furnish wasn't as... Elton was much warmer to me, although I had nothing to do with Elton. I met him once.
Oh, you met Elton John once?
Yeah.
Wow. I did security for Elton John once, and we weren't even. He came in on a helicopter in Northampton. I think it was Northampton Cricket Club, maybe.
Yeah.
And we weren't even allowed to look at the helicopter. They were
How
like,
can they legislate for
Dude,
that? That's insane.
dude. They were like, this helicopter's gonna fly. You're not allowed to
And
even.
they gave you
look
an
at
extra long cap.
Yeah.
I can't.
Weren't even allowed to look at his
That's so
helicopter, dude.
funny.
It was just watch his helicopter come in. It was a great performance, though. I'll tell you, those old guys, man, they give great performances.
Yeah, they know how to perform. Except
But do you
Paul
think?
McCartney.
Do you think the reason? Do you think the reason why they're able to give such a great performance, both of them,
It's because they have to.
is because but they're not like like how like a Michael Jackson. A Michael Jackson would struggle if he was still alive now because he has to do all the dancing. He's like he'd be like a 60-odd-year-old man having to moonwalk and up. Whereas Elton John
But he would. I reckon Michael Jackson was so ahead of his time that he would find a way to be able to still perform and have dancers around him to distract from the fact that he's not.
Yeah.
And he'd be like,
Oh
"I'm too
yeah.
old now.
And
I
obviously
can't dance."
he has hits on hits, so nobody's going to be like,
Yeah.
he's a bit
As
off.
soon as Billie Jean starts hitting, he doesn't need to dance.
Gosh,
What a tune!
so many hits that guy.
So many hits.
So many
He
hits.
haven't had like a fucking climate change one before climate change was sexy.
Yeah, and he had one about like caring for kids and stuff.
Yeah,
and, like
man.
raising money for okay, that's probably not aged well.
Anyway, I don't know why I started slamming Paul McCartney. I know why I started, but anyway. So I was at this pub.
Oh yes, yeah.
All right. And then, for some reason, Tina Turner came into my mind.
I thought she came
Another
into the pub.
legend.
I thought she. Does anybody else think Tina Turner just always looks batshit?
Yeah.
She always like walks out with a drink.
She was great, though. She was another great person.
She
with
remi-
amazing
she always-
songs.
she always-
Rolling.
She always just looks. Always reminds you of that woman off The Simpsons who always got the cats.
Do you know who she reminds me of? Do you remember there was this wrestler in WWE and he had like that crazy hair and he was like Samoan. Do you know who I'm
Yeah,
talking
the
about?
Wild Samoans.
Was it the Wild Samoan?
There was the Wild Samoans as well, or like Umaga or one of them.
Yeah, Umaga!
That's very offensive. He was a 400-pound guy who died early from a heart attack because of his size, and you are saying that he is Tina Turner.
no.
I thought my crazy cat lady was more hurtful.
No, I
We're
can't
really
remember who
breaking
the
down
wrestler
legends
is.
today, man.
I can't remember who the wrestler is, but I need to look it up because she looked a lot. Anyway, Tina Turner comes into my head. I'm in the pub. I turn to my friend and I go, "You're simply the best." And then the Mick, who plays the violin, Naomi, both from Northern Ireland, immediately look at me and go, "Shut the fuck up," right? And I'm like, "What?" And they go, "You cannot sing that song." And I'm like, "What's going on?" So apparently, what a lot of Protestants do
Oh boy.
is, is
Already.
they take like major hits
Yeah.
and change some of the lyrics to make them anti-Catholic. So apparently, the most famous one is Simply the Best, where they change it to "fuck the Pope" and "fuck the IRA."
Wow.
And I had no idea, so I just started going, "Simply the," and they were like, "Oh, what are you doing in the middle of Belfast?"
What? I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
That's
and then
so
I
funny.
said, and then after, as I was explaining this to me, I was like, "Okay, is that why you didn't play Sweet Caroline?" He goes, "Yeah, because in Sweet Caroline they changed the da 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 to fuck the Pope."
Wow. I wonder what other songs they changed. You think the funk song? The Pope. That's
So
fun.
I just think it made me think, like, we don't get told a lot about
No, we don't hear any of that.
what you can and can't do. They need to give us a fucking guide, man, when you go to Northern Ireland.
That's funny.
That's
funny.
That was anyway, so I almost started it, but I had a great time there, man.
Belfast, last time I went there, they have this thing that I've never seen before where like a bunch of guys in like a stag do will get on these little bikes.
Oh,
and
the pub. Yeah.
They're facing each
pedal.
other and they're pedaling.
Yeah.
It's the strangest thing
tour
I've
buses.
ever seen in my
It's
entire...
got music blasting.
I did it. I was like, I want to get on that. That looked fun. They were just pedaling, having the best time. Did you feel though when you were there that it's like, it felt like you were like in the 80s or something? It felt like a bit old school.
It felt a bit old school, but
Felt
also
very old. It felt like old school England, like back in like the 80s or something.
Well, especially because basically a friend of mine, he then took me for a bit of a tour around to see the murals in Belfast, right? And he took me on the murals on both sides, like the Republic and the Northern Ireland side. And they had there were the peace walls. Some of them still exist, but they're open. But when I went to like the Northern Ireland side, a place called the Shameful, there were all these like UK flags, but everywhere, like every single street had UK flag bunting, and it was terrifying. I was a bit like, oh, fucking hell. If you're in Republic of Ireland and Northern Ireland, please do continue to subscribe to the podcast. Like,
Yeah, I've never gigged over there.
Have you not?
No, I've
You
been
do
there.
terribly.
How did you do at your gig?
Smashed it both times, bruv. I'm a working class hero.
Ugh. You're a working class hero. No working class person looks at a guy who went to a private school. They're not like, oh, he's one of us, that guy.
I am though.
I mean, because your dad worked out, but not you.
Do you know what?
You looked after David Furnish's accounts. That's not a working class hero.
No, but I am a hero because I looked after. I didn't say I did a good job.
What do you mean? What do you mean he wasn't nice to you?
He was just like David. Like David Furnish felt like he had a bigger ego than Elton John did.
Yeah, but he's around Elton John. He's taming Elton John. Elton John is like, he's a diva. He's earned it. He's Sir Elton John.
Yeah.
So if you're able to tame Elton John, you're gonna be.
Who's taming who in this relationship?
Oh, is this a relationship?
Yeah.
I didn't even think it was a relationship in any way. I thought it was more of just sort of co-workers.
Wow, colleagueship.
Colleagueship. Is that a thing?
I made it up. It's good.
Colleagueship.
Yeah.
I like how you've made it up, but there's probably t-shirts being sold of colleagueship on some hacky teenagers playing.
Some what teenagers?
Hacky.
Oh.
What? Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Hacky. Holy crap, you're trying to get me cancelled? No. Episode 2?
I think we've got. There's a lot of people who don't no longer want to be put involved in the podcast.
I think the Paul McCartney stuff is probably the most controversial
Yeah, I don't
thing
know why we got so controversial.
that
anyway.
is said.
It's awful.
Shame is delicious.
On Shame is Delicious, one thing we absolutely love is hearing from you, but particularly all the stories you've got about things that you're ashamed of or you think someone else should be ashamed of, whatever. Send it through to us on our socials. Shame is Delicious on Twitter, we're Shame Delicious, and our email is shameisdelicious@gmail.com. And one day that will be an @shameisdelicious.com if you keep supporting us. That's how that shit works.
That was good. That was very nice.
Did you like it?
Yeah, that's good. It's a shame they won't hire you for Asian Network anymore.
Wow.
Oh, sorry, that's a
I
sore.
got sacked from Asian Network for not being Asian enough. Anyway, what
Hang
is...
on. I've never been on Radio 1 Extra because I'm not black enough. I mean, for the love of God, I'm wearing sunglasses indoors.
Yeah, what more do you want from me?
It doesn't get any blacker than this.
This is as Nigerian pop star as you can get.
Yeah. What? Get me on the show.
Get on Radio 1 Extra. Right, we've got to listen to the story. Alice, you're going to read it for us, aren't you?
I am.
Right. We don't reveal the name. Don't reveal the names. No names.
I mean, just make up a name. It might help.
Yeah, okay, make up a name. Give this person a name.
This is from Ted.
Ted. Ted is actually my white name. Teddy.
Is it really?
Yeah.
This is from Eshaan's white name.
Yeah.
My white name's Darren.
So, me and my girlfriend are long distance. She's in Switzerland, I'm in England. I'm 18 and she's 19, so we're poor students and still live with our parents.
Fair enough.
So, to make money, we've been catfishing and scamming horny old men and sugar daddies and pay pigs. We have an account using her pics that we use to do it. We've been doing it for just over 2 weeks and we've made nearly £400. Our goal is to afford an Airbnb in either England or Switzerland and spend the summer with each other. I am ashamed, but it's for love. So that gets us a pass, right?
I kind of respect that.
I kind of respect, but I don't respect the lack of ambition.
I don't respect the fact that he tried to say that his girlfriend is poor when she lives in Switzerland. Not buying it. You may not have money, but your parents do.
She's the fucking breadwinner.
Yeah.
In that situation.
So what? They're
So because they're long distance, they've agreed to put her pictures up to get money from. But their ambition is only up to an Airbnb.
Yeah,
I'm like, your girlfriend's surely worth more than that.
yeah. Should I stay at the Hilton and say, well, we're not there?
Babe.
You're not there yet,
You're
babe.
not quite Hilton level.
You know what? You know what? There's a part of me that kind of respects just the hustle.
I think it's such a good idea.
Because it's not like they're doing OnlyFans, is it? It's not like they're doing like a sex thing.
No,
it's just
pictures. See, and I've said this before. on stage. Women should be grateful that men are a bit creepy. Not in like the sexual assault level. No, not rapist or sexual assault. But there's an economy open to women that is not open to men.
Oh, the creepy sort of like we'll pay
he
for
can just post
pictures.
pictures and he gets 400 quid for an Airbnb.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not necessarily always a legal economy, though, is it?
Well,
So
except
what
the
you're
illegal
saying
stuff.
is women can make more money as long as they're crooked.
No, but you can do it legally. OnlyFans is legal. Right? So OnlyFans is legal.
Yeah, OnlyFans is legal.
And you can sell farts in a jar if you're a fit woman.
You can sell farts in a jar.
I
Like
can't
that
sell farts in a jar.
No way.
If I
dude.
start,
Have you tried? Have you really tried?
listen,
I mean, have you really assessed all your options, Eshaan?
listen, I reckon I can sell farts in a jar if the picture was of a hot woman.
How do you even? Just fart into a receptacle's weird. To
Yeah,
me.
fart into a receptacle, cover it, and be like, there's 400 quid.
It's 400 quid. How do you mail that?
There was a woman in,
You put all that foam inside the box to make sure it doesn't break.
there was a woman who was selling her bath water. I don't take baths, so
water?
I can't do that, yeah.
I know, like women can sell dirty knickers and socks and tampons and all that sort of stuff.
And the thing is like, of course, you don't want men to be creepy, but like, no matter how bad shit, you can do that.
You can definitely do it. Yeah, women are far less creepy.
Yeah, women are far less creepy.
I couldn't sound like
It would be good if women were creepy. What would you want to sell if you got to that level, right? Let's say your comedy career goes on.
I would sell something like toenail clippings or something.
Oh my God.
I'll be like, here's some toenail clippings. Because it's not going to bother me. It's just toenail.
You have to get rid of it anyway.
You have to get rid of it anyway, yeah. It's a bit of armpit hair.
I would sell my spit.
I wouldn't do spit. Tell you why I wouldn't do spit, because it's too DNA. There's so much DNA.
Oh yeah,
that freaks me out a little
It's
bit.
a toenail though.
Yeah, but I'd rather give it. Yeah, but they're not going to create another me off a toenail rather than my spit. You can commit a crime and they can capture your spit. Actually, they probably came with my toenail. Especially if there's blood on it from the crime. I respect that hustle, but the problem is with what they're doing, that's not going to end there. What, you think they're just going to make £400 staying at Airbnb? Bang. And
Yeah, because then someone's going to message her and be like, oh, if you send me a video of you doing X, Y, Z.
That's the thing with OnlyFans, is that the girls say, oh, it's you make money and da. But you start getting those requests coming in. And once you start getting those requests where guys are like, I want to see you pee and I'll pay this, it then just turns feels like how we do it at corporate.
Yeah.
We have to do everything that they say.
Do you know, what's it, Bad Baby?
Yeah, Bad Baby, yeah.
She's made $1 million off OnlyFans.
No, she's made about 15 million. She's made millions off it, yeah. And she's, you know what it was? It was because she was that girl from Catch Me Outside, started rapping, then she turned 18, and everybody went, hold on now, joined OnlyFans, and yeah, she's a multi-millionaire.
It is uncomfortable, but she's also very lucky that she can do that.
Lucky that she can make, it sounds like, Eshaan, you want to sort of create your own OnlyFans.
Hey, if I was a woman, 100% I'd have an OnlyFans.
Are there any comics with OnlyFans?
There must be.
There must be a comedian who has an OnlyFans.
If you're a comic with OnlyFans, please get in touch. We'd love to interview you.
Not even joking. Yeah, we would, honestly, if you're a comic with an OnlyFans, and it doesn't even have to be like full porn or anything.
Yeah, whatever it is.
Whatever it is, even if you're just like, I don't know.
Selling farts in a jar.
Selling farts in a jar, whatever. We would love to get you on a podcast, because I would be fascinated to see.
Do you know what?
Do you do anything comedy?
Do you know what I would do if I was a woman?
What?
I would sell my fake eyelashes. Because you have to take them off at the end of the night, don't you?
Yeah.
But it's then got me.
I think that's something that...
I'll take a picture and then take the eyelashes and send them.
I think anything hair related is really, like, people love that, don't they? A bit of
I've got lots of hair.
What's the limit where you would pay for something personally? What would you?
Oh, what would I pay for?
What would you pay for?
What? So you're asking what my kinks are?
Let's say that then.
What would I pay for?
Yeah.
I know exactly what I'd pay for.
Go.
I would.
Oh boy.
I'd pay for a woman to leave a wet impression on a piece of paper. You know, like you know when you were a kid.
Oh, like a mold, like a.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Holy shit.
How old are you, dude?
No, because you know when I was a kid, I used to enjoy making those flower things.
So you want would you
That is the worst excuse.
would you want a woman to sit on it and leave like her ass imprint? Or
Yeah. I just put it up on the wall.
I thought you were going to say like smell the.
Quite an artistic little piece.
I like how he's trying to turn it into art. He's like, actually, guys, it's just
It'd
like
be
a
art.
nice.
Isn't it wholesome?
Yeah.
Good,
Really,
good shape.
really, you're just a creep.
Yeah, it's just
Got
like
actual sick in my throat.
That's gross.
what? That is not gross.
That's pretty weird.
Why list that? There are so many pictures and paintings of naked women.
Yeah, and I've
Artistic.
never looked at one and been like, ooh, hot.
No, I'm not saying
Ooh,
hot.
I love
I'm
I
like
saying
wish
that.
that was in 3D.
No.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
saying-
exactly. Ooh,
I'm saying
why can't
as-
I hold it?
as an artistic piece.
Stop trying to turn it into art. It's not art.
It
We're talking
would
about
be
what gives
art.
you a tent in your pants. Talking about
Listen,
art.
He asked the question.
He's
I fucking
talking about. He's
answered
trying to
it.
make it an art-related question.
He asked the question. I answered it. All right. What would you do?
I
You know
don't.
how you said you don't feel shame?
Yeah.
Sometimes you should.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you really should. I don't know. I think because I like a nice smell. So maybe like a bit of
A
clothing.
fire in a jar. You pay for a fire in a jar. How is that not worse?
I wouldn't pay.
Surely.
Why are you saying I'd pay? I was going to talk like a nice perfume on like a top or something. I'm not really into like knickers and all that stuff. Knickers? I'm not really. You know, sexy underwear. Knickers.
You know, some men like sniffing underwear. I don't get that.
Yuck.
I don't understand that at all. Yeah, what is that?
Not into it. I've like, you know, when like you go to girls' house and you see like a drawer of underwear. Never in my life.
I like a bra without breasts in it is stupid.
It's clothing.
Yeah.
I look at it, I'm like, that might as well be a hoodie.
Yeah.
I've got
Yeah, exactly. Doesn't make a
No
difference to me.
interest in it. Like, yeah, even like sexy underwear when like girls put on sex, I'm like, yeah, great.
That's great. I want to take it off. I don't want it. This doesn't make any sense.
I just see something blocking.
I don't think my arse imprint thing is weird. You guys are making it weird for no reason.
I think it's weird because you know what it is. Instead of just saying, "Oh yeah, I love it," I think it's hot. I want to tip water in it and drink from it, or whatever sexy thing you want to do.
No, I just want to put it up on the wall.
Why? What?
What? I don't think it's weird.
Yeah, you can have some random girl's arse print on a wall that you paid for. That is Buffalo Bill. We're getting close to Buffalo Bill levels of
Also,
weird.
initially you said a tissue, which is not the same as a print.
Yeah.
A
You did say a tissue. And
Did I say
then all of a sudden it turned into some sort of
Did I say tissue?
some like a wet tissue that she'd put her ass in, but then it became
I'm sure I didn't say tissue.
then it became then it became some sort of a
I didn't
Neil
say tissue.
Buchanan,
Did I say tissue? I don't think I said tissue.
some sort of Neil Buchanan art attack
Maybe
style.
that was a speech issue.
a speech issue.
Yeah, I didn't say tissue. I don't.
A speech
Tissue makes
issue.
no difference to me. I want like an A3.
If you want to hear more stories like that, you've got to send them in to us. That's what we need, isn't it?
Yeah.
We need as many stories as we can. And it's shameisdelicious@gmail.com. Shameisdelicious@gmail.com. Also, you can just send them to me and Eshaan on our social medias, isn't it?
Yeah.
At Darren Harriott, Eshaan Akbar.
Yeah.
We're on Twitter, we're on TikTok, we're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, we're everywhere. So the more stories you send, the more me and Eshaan can try and solve them, I guess.
And then you can find out about all my weird fetishes, apparently.
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
And if you want to, please give us 5 stars wherever you listen to your podcast and you're able to do some ratings. Don't give us anything less than 5 stars.
Yeah, it's weird if you went all the way to give us...
That's a lot of effort to like do that, because 5 stars is good for the algorithm and 4 stars means nothing.
You know this by now, innit? You've listened to plenty of podcasts.
Yes.
You know to go and give us 5 stars. Give us 5 stars. Help us out. Help us out.
Fun.
We're just 2 working class heroes.
2 absolute working class heroes who've got good taste in music and artwork.
Shame is delicious. Shame is delicious. Making bad decisions. Shame is delicious. Making decisions. Shame is delicious. Making bad decisions.